Hey guys, it's Lisa. It's day 15, I believe, of the Salesvision 100 video challenge. Um, it's been a long day. Right now it's like 10:30 at night. I think I'm just gonna do a quick video. I know I said we were gonna talk more about procrastination and perfectionism today. Um, and I still do want to. There's a lot of things I want to cover with that, but I think I'll put that off till tomorrow. And I just wanted to go over, actually, we'll talk about this more tomorrow, but just there's 10 characteristics that may mean that you're a perfectionist. And I'm just going to go over the 10. I mean, I'm going to list the 10 and then tomorrow we'll talk about it, okay? Because I'm beat. I go to sleep tonight. Another long day that I didn't expect to go the way it did today. Okay. Perfectionist traits. Do these sound familiar? Okay, there's 10 things that pretty much distinguish high achievers from perfectionists. These are the 10 characteristics of perfectionist thinking. Number one is all or nothing thinking. I think everybody pretty much knows what all or nothing thinking is. Either you got excellent and you're totally happy with it, or, it's a failure. And with all or nothing thinking, a lot of times, if you don't think you can do it perfectly, you're not going to do it at all. Almost perfect is the same as failure. Just like when I used to get a B instead of an A in school, and I was devastated. Like I had to get that A to feel like I did well. Part of that's because I grew up with parents that were in the education system and they had high expectations for me. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, number two is critical eye. Having a critical eye, perfectionists tend to be overcritical of what they do, and notice, little errors and flaws that may not be that big a deal to most people, but to them it is. And that critical eye sometimes extends to others also, so that, when people make spelling errors or, tiny mistakes, they really like get to you even if you don't say anything because you're a perfectionist. You feel a need to correct them. Okay, number three is push versus pull thinking, where high achievers tend to be pulled toward their goals by a desire to achieve them, whereas perfectionists are pushed toward their goals for fear of failing to not achieve them. If they don't meet a goal, they see it as a total failure. They don't see it as steps towards, you know, towards their goal. Number four, unrealistic standards. That's kind of goes along with a critical eye, having unrealistic standards for themselves and for others. Focus on results is number five. High achievers can enjoy the process of chasing a goal as much or more than the actual reaching of the goal itself. They enjoy the journey. It's not all about the end result. You need to enjoy the journey. Well, perfectionists, on the other hand, see the goal and nothing else. The whole point of the journey is to get to that goal that they want to meet, and they don't see the value in the growing and the striving. Okay, number six, perfectionists get depressed by unmet goals. They are less happy and less easygoing than high achievers. Pretty much high strung, and you take it very hard when you lose or when your goals are not met, and you tend to obsess on your negative feelings. Then we have fear of failure, which is kind of, what we've talked about all along. Perfectionists are much more afraid to fail than are high achievers. They place so much stock in the results that they become disappointed by anything less than perfection. And failure is a very scary prospect to a perfectionist. So you can see how that is not conducive with being an entrepreneur. So I've had to really, modify that type of thinking. Procrastination, like we talked about, procrastination is another sign of perfectionism. Perfectionists you wouldn't think would be prone to procrastination because they want to do everything perfect, and getting things done on time is would be a priority for them. But unfortunately, perfectionism is detrimental to productivity. Like I said, it's a productivity killer. So perfectionism and procrastination go hand in hand, and you tend not to be productive because you're avoiding the tasks that you don't think you'll do perfectly. And then it's a vicious cycle. Procrastination can lead to greater feelings of failure, further perpetuating a vicious and paralyzing cycle. Then we have number 7 is defensiveness. Because a less than perfect performance is so painful and scary to perfectionists, they tend to take constructive criticism defensively, while high achievers see criticism as valuable information to help their future performance. I'm a lot better with that. When I used to work and we had reviews, any type of constructive criticism, I would start to cry sometimes. I mean, it would be so devastating to me that they had a complaint about me or that something wasn't good enough. And now I am a lot better after years of working, and getting used to reviews and peer. We used to have these peer sessions where everybody had to give constructive criticism to their peers and say something nice and then give some constructive criticism. So I got better with that. I'm pretty good with it now. I accept constructive criticism and I know it's valuable. Okay. We said defensiveness, low self esteem. Well, obviously, high achievers have equally high esteem, but perfectionists tend to be very self critical and unhappy and suffer from low self esteem. They can also be lonely and isolated, as their critical nature and rigidity can push others away as well, and this leads to lower self esteem. And I can remember in school having problems with that, low self esteem and being standoffish with people afraid to approach me because of my rigidity and my being down on myself all the time, very self-critical. And actually that was number 10. I don't know where I got out of order of the numbers, but anyways, those are the 10 perfectionist traits. Tomorrow we're going to talk about how some perfectionist traits can be healthy, but if you have like the ones I talked about just now, most of them are pretty negative. And I'm going to talk to you tomorrow about some ways that I was able to conquer some of these. I mean, I'm still, I still struggle with perfectionism, but I'm a lot better. I mean, I see the value in failure and in learning from your mistakes. And to be successful with my online business and to be an entrepreneur, I have to get over that perfectionism. As you can see, I'm doing these videos and they sure aren't perfect, and I wasn't comfortable with doing it. I had to leave my comfort zone, and I think I'm getting a little better, and by video 100 I should be doing a lot better. But the first couple videos I took like 5 or 6 takes before I was happy with it. This is just one take and I'm done. It's not perfect, but I have tomorrow to make up for it. So have a good night, everybody. I love you all. I hope that you are considering joining Salesvision. There's a lot of value to it, and I hope that I provide some value to you with my channel. Hit subscribe. I'd appreciate it, and hit the bell so that you can get notified when I make new videos. And give me a like. Unless you don't like it, then put the thumbs down. But if you like it, give me a like, give me thumbs up. I need some positive feedback. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye.